All right, Vols fans. So we are coming to y'all at halftime just because what we've seen, or I'm just going to speak for myself right here personally. I can tell you right now, we come out first play of the whole game and we score a daggum touchdown, right? So we are short our starting left tackle and our starting right tackle. That's huge. We're also short our best safety in Wesley Walker. That's, really, really big for this game. Some of the things that I've noticed is it seems like, after we scored off of that first drive, we got away from running in between those tackles, which is dumb. I don't know why we were doing that. And also, I think that what's the name? I think that Jalen Wright only was in for that first series, and he was in for that last series. We scored on both of those series. So, I think that a lot of this comes down to idiotic coaching. What are we doing? If we're having success doing something, get out of your script. If you're winning, doing something, continue to do it. Now, it's 24-10 right now, and Georgia gets the football back in that second half. I feel like we've done a good job. I mean, they have to pull out trick plays and all different types of stupid stuff to be able to score on us. Okay, so they're not really beating us. They're not manhandling us. And then, two, they call back an interception on a ticky-tack call. The SEC is cheating. Everything that we said coming into this, all the bad things, everything that, can and will happen. And we're seeing that. So for all you UGA fans, go to your own channel. Get up off of our stuff. This is a Tennessee page. We are not like everybody else. We don't care what you think. We don't care about your views. We don't care about your comments. We don't want you in here. All right. So any UGA, anything, you're going to be blocked from this channel because it's going to get to a point where, it's going to get ugly. Yeah. We are not like everybody else. We are going to take it there. All right. We hate Georgia. We're not just saying that. For real, we hate y'all. We hate all of your fans. Family to the side. We love our family because that's blood. Everybody else, we hate y'all sincerely. So get the up off of our channel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I'll say this. What I say coming into it, hey, don't be surprised if they come out, maybe look decent starting off. So my main thing is line of scrimmage, and I feel like we're winning on both sides of the ball. I feel like whenever we run right at them, we're getting 8, 9, 10 yards of pop.
Yep.
I feel like they're having a hard time running the ball. They busted a few little gains here and there, but I don't feel like it's something that they can sustain. I feel like if we just Coach Heupel, here's the deal. Don't get cute, okay?
Yeah.
This team is not who they're advertised to be.
Yeah.
Run it right at them. You're going to get 7, 8 yards of pop, take it down the field, punch it in the end zone, and on defense, someone talk about pregame. We've got to tackle the quarterback when we get to him. We got to finish at the quarterback, okay? We can't let this guy scramble, get loose and break free. And then on the back end, we've got to be able to cover. We did a good job, got that pick, terrible call. They called it back against us. Hey, we already know it's going to happen against us. It's been happening against us all season. Okay, we're the most penalized team in the SEC, and it's by a large margin. Okay, and that ain't because our guys are just just undisciplined guys. Yeah. For whatever reason, there's something out against us. Okay, so we got to overcome that, and I still think we can. And to me, this sets up perfectly from what we've seen in the first half as a game where we're going to come back and win this game, and people are going to say, "Wow, how did that happen?" Well, I'll tell you how it happened. You must not be watching the first half. We dominated the line of scrimmage fully. We're the better team. We got guys open. We just got to make these catches and make these throws. And I think it's going to hopefully happen in the second half. Hopefully, Heupel can start simplifying his play calling. Just run it. Put Jalen right in the game. Run it right up the middle. Yeah. They can't stop us, and we're gonna put up some points. Very important. Hey, they get the ball started second half, like you just said. We got to get a big 3 and out to start the half. Yep. And then get the ball, run right down the throats, and all of a sudden now it's a 7-point ball game. Okay.
And then everything changes. I'm just going to tell you, Kirby Smart. We talked about this in that pregame show, right? That old school coaching formula. You're going to, especially once the game starts to kind of get tight, you're going to be a lot more conservative. He is a conservative football coach. Mm-hmm. Let's use that to work to our own benefit. Okay. Let's bring the house. Let's blitz, okay? And let's stop the guys that they like to go to, okay? Brock Bowers, all that middle of the field, stuff. Okay, and they might have a couple of more trick plays in store. Keep in mind who these losers are. Kirby Smart and Mike Bobo played for Georgia in the 90s. They're terrified of us. That's why we see the trick plays and all the other stuff. Whenever they see that orange, whenever they see Nealon, they're scared. And if you are at the game or if you know somebody at the game, let them know, do not let up. Put on more steam. Don't leave this game. We're going to come back. I promise you, we're going to make that push because we are dominating them up front. It's been a lot of idiotic play calls, and that's what makes me sick. I don't know what coach. I don't know who's calling the plays. If it's Heupel or if it's Halsley, whoever it is, stop being an idiot. If it's working, stick to it. Go back to the well as long as it's working. We don't got to get cute, just like you said, P. Run it down their throats. We're bigger and stronger and more physical than they are, even with 2 backup tackles, right? Even with couple of backup guys playing in our secondary. And guess what else? Jeremiah Thielen has been playing over Elijah Herring, who's been starting all season. What's that tell you? This team wants to win. This coaching staff wants to win, and we're putting in ballers. At halftime, I hope and pray that there are some leaders on this team that step up and say, hey, talk to these guys. Get right up in their faces. If you got to punch somebody in the mouth, punch them in the mouth and tell them, hey, look, you're either going to get right or you're going to get lost. And I'm just going to say this, and it's just me talking. I've never done this on this channel. But Gerald Mincy, I don't want you back next season, son. Every single big game that we've had, you've either not played or you've been an iffy sometimes guy. I want you gone. John Campbell, you're not here today. You took that break last week. Okay. Hey, you took that break a couple of weeks ago, played some last week, kind of in and out. If you can't play whenever we need you, whenever the season is on the line, we don't want you back next season. I would much rather lose every single game with guys that are going to go 100 miles an hour and be there whenever we need them than, lose games because we cannot depend on guys. If we cannot count on you, you're done. Something else. Sure. Tight ends, I haven't seen a whole lot of them in this game. I haven't seen a whole lot of the play calling has been gross.
I mean, the one thing I'll say is this. I still feel very confident. With what I saw the first half, we're down by 14 points. I feel confident enough that we can come back and overcome that deficit. I feel like we dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. We let them get loose in some pass coverage here and there in the second in the second quarter, primarily. We got to tighten that up. We got to finish at the quarterback. But this still, to me, sets up as a game where, people who are maybe not watching the game or just looking at the kind of the score across the ticker. Oh, whatever score is 24-10. Oh, Georgia's dominating, and then they're going to be shocked if we come back and win this game. We're not going to be shocked. I'm not going to be shocked at all. No, because I see a team in orange that's dominating a team that's wearing red.
We're physically winning this football game. Our coaches are being overly conservative, and for whatever reason, I cannot understand that. We're coaching scared.
But I'll give Heupel, as bad as play calling's been, I guess the credit I will give him is that, the plays that he's ran have been different things that we haven't seen. I'll give him that. But at the same time, you've got to have the awareness to say, hey, you know what? Our usual stuff is working against these guys. Let's just do the usual stuff. Let's just run right at them. We don't got to do all this trick stuff and all this, middle screen and all this other stuff we've been trying to do. Just line up and run at them. This is not a super team. I'm saying all season. This team is not unbeatable. They are not gods. Okay, run it right at them. Challenge these guys. Play your game, and if they stop that, then you go to the other stuff. But they're not stopping the stuff that we do well, which is run right the middle. Run out the middle. It's gonna be there.
So that, and then also that quick screen out to those wideouts. Is there.
It's there.
Everything that we do, and that I feel like a whole lot of our fans don't like, it's there.
It's there
because they are so concerned with Joe Milton being a big, strong quarterback that can throw the ball 95 yards. Again, that's back to that old school mentality of coaching football. You're going to protect up against what they're capable of rather than what they're doing. And we can have a lot of success kind of doing what we do. If whatever's there, and you know what, they might change it up coming out in the second half. They could change it up, but let's use our brains. Let's be logical. Whatever's there, let's take it. Let's not play scared. Let's take care of that football. The referees are against us. The entire country is against us. It's us versus the world. Let's go out and let's dominate for 30 minutes. We can do it. We can do it.
We can.
Because they're still doing everything that we told y'all on film. They're doing it. And you know, and I didn't even go deep into it.
Yeah, like watching it live.
We did not even go deep, deep into it. But I know that y'all are seeing it, and you know, based off of what we talked about, like, you know, Brock Bowers is motioning to skill guys. It's going to him, and it is. So they know, which is part of the reason that Elijah Herring's off the field, because he's not identifying and he's not playing well. We won't see him for the rest of this season playing there.
Yeah, hopefully he's done.
He's done.
The one negative I will say from what I've seen is our pass rush has not been getting like it should be. So we got to improve pass rush because that's a lot of reason they're getting these third down conversions. The pass rush isn't getting there. So we've got to get home more. And when we get there, I mean, heck, I can remember specifically one play where we get there and whatever the quarterback's name is,
Brock.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh no,
Carson Gay. You know, he friggin' scrambles, breaks free, gets the yardage, whatever it is. So we got to finish him, get there, but we got to get more consistent pressure. But if we do that in the second half, I mean, I truly believe we can shut these guys out in the second half. And just like I predicted pregame, whatever was my score, 31-24. And I think that's still a viable thing.
It is. And listen, guys, I hope that y'all have been paying very close attention to this game to see exactly what's actually happening. Okay. Yeah. You know, now they did have a couple of big run plays. You know, they kind of caught us on some stupid pass plays where we should have been in the correct position. Yeah, we've missed some tackles. And like you said, the pass rush has got to get dialed up a lot more. We've got to have a lot more effort. Okay. Yeah. They're going to, like, it's not just going to be like, they're going to kind of try to slow us down some. But we've got to be able to fight through that. And we've got to play like dogs. So I just want to see those dogs throughout the rest of the second half. Anybody else, I do not want to see them. Okay. Anybody who's not a ball, I don't care if you're a freshman, I don't care if you're 5th, 6th, 7th year senior, COVID year guy, whatever. I only want to see ballers and guys who have a dog in them and that want to come out and win. And like we said, at halftime, I hope that, you know, we've got a couple of coaches and we've got a couple of players that speak up and say, hey, you know, jack some daggum guys up. If some guys are not doing what they're supposed to do, jack them up, bump them up against the daggum locker or something. Yeah. And some of y'all might not understand that, but if you've played football, okay, if you understand what this whole thing is really like, we need a whole lot more of that. We need some dogs. We need some leaders. So we're about to get back in there in that second half. Have a whole lot of faith. Have a whole lot of confidence. If you're at the game, do not leave. Encourage your fellow volunteer fans not to leave. We're going to be back after this football game. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Sorry that we couldn't get to these chats, but we got to get back to this game because we're dialed in. We're tuned in. All right, so thank y'all so much. Go Big Orange. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace.